draw. That's not draw. Now it's tricky.
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
Hello, Rocky. How are you doing, Rocky? What's new?
I smell a leak.
Bloody fiends.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Oh my god! Yes, fuck off.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
He just piles up fiends, goddammit.
My pain serves a purpose.
That's okay. From school. They keep stealing my units.
Looking to dance, mate?
It should have worked. In a row with fire. It should have worked. Piece of shit. Whatever. It's still a win. At least I hope so, it's a win. A close one, but it's fuck the chest. Bitch. I get morale high on it, then I can go for the main weapon. It's a Nil Guardian. Tie a stone to his feet and toss it into a river. Shit. There's morale, although it's already high. We can give this one for later. Let's see if we can upgrade anything. 2,000 wood, 6,000 coin. 2,003.5. Embark. That's it. Now you need to finish the entire map if you want to upgrade everything. Is this where we need to be or not? Not. But it's still Guardians. I like killing them. Why the fuck not?
Angren lies thousands of leagues
I
from
can't
the sea.
skip the Guardians.
Yet the Imperial fleet looked chiefly to this land for wood, its ashes and oaks ideal for shipbuilding. The lumber was driven down the Yaruga to shipyards in Sintra and Atra. There, day and night, Nilfgaard's fleet grew and grew. So when Meve heard axes steadily hacking, the continual grind of saws, she halted her force and quickly dispatched scouts. Indeed, they found a lumber camp, banners overhead, the great sun blazing upon them. Though not critical to her mission, Meve was nonetheless tempted to
The Emperor... Oh.
Larvat! Essaytu Navin! Lyria!
Every 2 units destroyed, boost self by 6, damage all enemy units by 2. Really? You are kidding me, Thronebreakers.
Hey?
You bloody Thronebreakers.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
Right.
Left, right. Again and again and again.
I need to kill this shit. See if we can draw something with damage.
I think you'll really like this one.
Oh my god. Heal and strength. Let's see what this. I'll overdraw. I'll bloody overdraw.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Watch your heads!
These are great. And I have him to reset. Trainer than him.
Angren's gold is not yours to plunder. Begone!
The kill there.
We must trust each other.
Boom. I don't wanna throw.
Back in line!
No need to throw yet.
Catch! Move!
Slave driver. Slave driver.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Bigger they are, easier they are to tug.
I guess. I need to play.
My scars? No, they don't hurt.
Fucking medic.
Tell me you jest.
Whatever. You gotta be kidding me with this. Keep multiplying here. Since when are slave zombies? Keep multiplying like crazy. Get this shit. They don't wanna play anything, do you?
Fight for the Emperor and you might be freed! Jericania! Source of the best goods.
Nilfgaard's ranks folded. Soldiers fled in fright, stumbling over felled trees and corpses. The air was heavy with the scent of resin and blood.
Detroit.
As she caught her breath, the queen looked about. Hundreds of trees lay cut down in rows. Oak and ash enough to keep the shipyards working till winter. Meve ordered the lumber requisitioned.
Nice.
Yet one of the loggers approached her. A man with a face like old leather, sawdust in his hair.
Good lady, I know you war hard against Nilfgaard. I know you'd keep timber out of their hands, but then see, we won't get paid. We'll see no coin till Sintra's shipyards see lumber. It's what the Blackclads said. I beg you, have mercy. We're simple folk. Been slaving since spring, got families to feed. And hunger looms ever close in wartime.
Leave the lumber to be driven west towards requisition the wood bay. The woods then taken, paid and taken.
Meve looked at the logger's hands. Thick scars, crisscrossed fingers twisted by years of axe work.
This wood I cannot allow to reach Nilfgaardian shipyards.
She said.
Yet neither can I let you go hungry. I shall take the wood and pay you from my own purse.
Alright, best solution. Where's the wood? Where's the wood? Got only 98. Where's the wood? What? Like, come on.
You've a big heart, my lady. Not many folk like you. You've a big...
It's a lumberjack camp without wood. I think it's bad. It should give you wood here. That explains how you can level up everything. since you constantly miss wood.
Got blisters on my hands. Never ends at work. Got blisters.
Where's the main quest? Morale is high. Where's the shit? Let's go around. I'll only kill new guardians. Fuck the monsters. They're even easier. I wanna try and finish the game today. What's here? Guardians Thunderbell. I said I want to kill the Guardians. Fuck it. What is this stupid draw?
We'll catch them all! The chase
Close to
is
finishing
on!
the game, it depends how I play. If I rush it down, then yeah, if I play everything there is, then there's good 10 hours left. I think I'll rush it out. I wanna finish the game today. We'll see.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
I'll relieve you of that pouch.
Left, right, left, right.
Hello, Kevin. How you doing, Kevin?
I
Played something different than yesterday. Now, yeah, I want to finish this. I usually finish everything that I start.
Got a death wish?
I bit the white of an eye from half a league.
Bass. Good. Motherfucker. Open with draw into
Army's a
Metis.
waste of time for one like
I'm gonna
me.
draw even more. This is a win. Kind of shit.
What do you want of me?
Left, right, left, right.
I smell a leak.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Quiet, or the commissar will hear.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Brach! Scheiß! In! Tray!
Hey?
Off to the front yet again.
My video is good. My video with bugs is good. I couldn't stop laughing. At least one good thing came out of it. It was bloody hilarious. Get in the fire.
Is that what here? Ever have a storm knock out one of your team? Scheiß! In! Zwei!
Off to the front yet again.
Ah!
71% negative. It should be 100% negative use with Steam. That's how bad it sucks.
Hey, hey, don't toss that. It's perfectly usable.
Discipline. That is what you folk lack. Infantry!
Markers. I'll roam around a bit, doesn't mean that I'll loot everything there is on the map. But let's see what's available.
Entering the swamp. Entering the swamps.
Entering the swamps, entering the swamps, entering the swamps. Now I'm curious. What might this be?
In the distance, Meve spotted a spindle-like shape, which soon proved an enormous, dark obelisk. It stood in the middle of a wetland clearing. Dozens of iron rings dangled from its shaft, clinking and rattling in gusts of wind. Cows, donkeys, and dogs were gathered round the stone, all tied to the rings by ropes. Their hides showed many shallow cuts, seeping blood, festering, drawing mosquitoes in swarms. A number of the animals struggled against their cords, while others, near dead, lay still in the wet, tall grass. Across the clearing, folk emerged from the woods, a handful of peasants with a mule in tow. The beast resisted, stomped and planted its hooves, perhaps sensing its gruesome fate. The queen decided to question the peasants, and soon learned the animals were their sacrifice to the swamp gods.
They're all about, dearie. Very close. Oh, very, very close.
The toothless old woman whispered.
They hide neath murky waters. Can't feed when they hear the drip drip of blood. The gods look kindly on those what make an offering.
Hags. Stop the blood ritual. Make a sacrifice to the marsh gods. Stand aside and interfere with the stop the blood ritual.
I know nothing of your gods,
Began the queen, her nose crinkled in disgust.
but any that demand such grisly tribute are not at all worthy of reverence. What you do to these creatures is savagery. Savagery I can't allow.
Run us off, you can.
Replied the old shrew.
But soon as you're gone, we'll come back. As ever, we'll come back.
This I know. So I must take care to leave you naught to come back to.
Over the peasants' howls and pleas, Meve ordered the obelisk brought down. Her soldiers gripped the ropes that hung from it and toppled the shaft. As it hit the ground, it shattered into many smaller pieces.
You say you know nought of our gods?
The old woman's eyes narrowed, her voice grew darker still.
Well, don't you worry your head, sweetie. You'll meet him soon enough. They'll tangle your parts, sow a pox among you, drive you to madness. Every last one. I curse you, all of you, in Gerdakora's name.
Undisturbed by the Harridan's
Harridan's
screamed threats, Meve rode on. But her men whispered long of the curse.
The devs say
It weighed
all
on
is
their
fine.
minds,
Interesting.
poisoned their hearts.
Just whisper that
Each
to me.
misstep, misfortune, they saw as punishment for their sacrilege.
All is fine, eh? What's bloody fine? The game is a joke. It's a literal joke. Tuzla Castle. That's the objective. What's this? New Guardians. It's a puzzle. Guardians. Destroy all enemy units. Use your leader ability. It's a bloody puzzle. Damage an enemy and all enemies with the same power by 1. Damage unit by 4 if it was destroyed. Reduces meal cooldown to 0. Boost an ally by 4, give it +1 armor. Trigger all allies' loyal abilities. Loyal is to gain charge. On order, damage an enemy and all enemies with the same power by 1. Meve's cooldown. Damage unit by 4, it was destroyed. Use cooldown.
Gonna need 3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs.
What kind of puzzle is this? Puzzles are very easy on this map, it feels fucking unfinished. At least for the battles and puzzles. They're easy. Dwarves area was 10 times tougher, especially with puzzles. I don't like this at all. Where are we? I wanna get over there and finish it.
Meve stood waiting while her scouts cut through the tangled branches and roots that had overgrown the trail through the swamp. Suddenly, a soldier doubled over and began to retch blood. The same symptoms soon afflicted others in her ranks.
A potent poison,
was the medic's verdict. It seemed all those who'd fallen ill had shared a tent. One night, they'd chattered about an obelisk they'd destroyed and the group of incensed peasants who'd cursed them for it. Fearing for their lives, the footman had gone to a local herbalist. She'd brewed them a potion to ward off black magic. Alas, the concoction had proved poisonous, while the herbalist had vanished without a trace. The soldiers succumbed to the poison. Their agony was profound. Meve sought a rational explanation, claiming simple human depravity, not some mysterious, malevolent force, was behind the deaths. Alas, her words fell on deaf ears. The Lyrians were convinced a curse had killed their comrades, and grew yet more fearful of the ghastly dangers the next day could bring.
-5 only. Okay, and from positive morale to negative, but it's only -5. Whatever.
Meve rode at the front, her eyes fixed on the ground, and thus spotted the pit masked by leaves and branches. She tugged hard on her reins and steered her mount to the side. Alas, the cavalrymen behind her did not follow her lead. Leaves rustled, boughs snapped, and the horseman crashed to the pit's bottom, snapping his neck. Moments later, it was clear who'd set the trap, when the forest came alive and a cry rang out.
Guardian Nazis. Nice, Guardian snares. Shorten battle. Damage enemy by the number of your allied units. Assassin every turn. Third start. Damage the highest power enemy unit by 5. Its power is an even number. Armored cavalry. Guardian ambush. After 3 turns, the third start, trigger an ambush. Aha. Alright. Nice.
It's a trap! Rally to me!
It's a trap! There's your trap. Boom. No damage.
My favourite cut
That
of lamb.
sucked.
The shank. We'll catch 'em all!
That's whatever. 2 turns until they trigger an ambush. Can we deal 4 damage or not? Can't. There's anyone there that appears good. Just kill him.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
Alba!
Medic.
Tell me you jest.
Lyrian cavalry. Loyal. Play a copy of this unit from your deck.
Yeah!
And what? Create a trinket.
Not supposed
Play
to be any smoke.
Rivia, give unit 8 armor. There's the highest unit. Oh, allies.
Is that
That's the
why?
Oh shh. That's not okay at all. Damage self. 2 enemies with 3 strength and others killing allies in hand deck. You're healing.
I'll fight to my last breath.
Alright, whatever. We'll reset this. All is okay. Shit.
My pain serves a purpose.
How about I kill this shit? Keeps bloody
Just when you
stacking
thought things were about to
when I
get
use
dull.
order though. Ah, it's whatever. Draw.
Left, right,
Then we're gonna do
left,
Reynard on the next
right.
turn. Plus we reset them all.
I get the white of an eye from half a league away.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Necessity! Invention's mum.
I make him stronger, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
You mad? Don't shake that! This could hurt.
It's a win. Whatever they do, it's a win.
El Herzer.
Bigger they are, easier they are to take.
Got one more.
To thee, Nitloir!
Hail Katza!
Invulnerable. All of you. All the bastards.
Egreto dum anime est, des est.
Whatever. Pass. Don't win.
Retreat! Fall back!
Caught between Lyrian hammer and Skelligan stone, Nilfgaard was shattered, destroyed. The victors now stood eyeing each other. These islanders were not like those Meve had met before. They wore no armor and carried no shields. At their fore stood a man as stout as an ox and bald as an ancient ghoul. His men called him Arnjolf, the Patricide.
I thank you for your aid, Arnjolf.
Said Meve, extending a hand.
Aid, she says. Aid? Do you hear that, mates?
The Skelligers exchanged glances, then erupted in roaring laughter.
Not here to help yous. Not at all. We're after killing.
Join me and you shall have your fill.
Join nuisance? Just who the hell are you?
Meve, Queen of Rivia and Lyria.
Meve?
Arnjolf said, his tone sobering.
I know the name. Lippy Goodman called ye bold, praised your courage to the high heaven. So be it. We'll follow ye into fire, wench. Just let us taste of blood. Grant us a death worthy of heroes.
Meve couldn't help but smile, then nodded to accept. The Lyrians stepped aside as tattooed warriors joined their ranks.
So now we got Skelligers. Arnjol the Petricide. New golden card. Dagur Two Blaze. Disgrace Brawler. Disgrace Warrior. Let's see what they do, what they give. First of all, marching orders. This may cool down to fuck off. Arnjol the Petricide. Order damage enemy by the total number of enemy units cooldown 1. Yes. Dagur Two Blades. Play all Skellige units from your graveyard. I barely lose anyone when I play. Wegenbergs. So top disgrace whatever force enemy damage. Disgraced warrior by his power and damage that enemy by disgraced warrior's power. Strengthen all other Skellige allies in hand, deck, and on the battlefield by 2 when they die. Damage self and 2 enemies by 3. That wish. Strengthen other Skellige allies in hand, deck. Let's say we use them all. They're not bad at all, to be honest. Then I have spot, so it's really fine. Can't upgrade anything. No. Shouldn't be anything here. What? Skellige ships. There, the 1-2. We'll just go for the main quest now. Bloodcarn. What is this?
The scouts rode at the fore, with Meve right behind them. Their task, to find safe passage for the rest of the force. One among them probed for the quagmire's depth, a pole of 5 ells in hand. Suddenly, the scouts dismounted, then heaved a bronze statue from the mire. Once it was cleaned of slime and muck, Meve instantly recognized its elven handiwork. The sculpture was exceedingly well preserved, save one detail. Someone had removed its face, leaving a black hole in its stead.
Search the environs,
Ordered Meve. Amongst some brambles, they discovered the entrance to a vast tomb. Its doors had been torn open. On the ground before them lay scattered bones, some yellowed with age, others fresh, cracked and tattered from having been gnawed.
Enter.
Meve stood silent and contemplating at the tomb's threshold. Then, torch in hand, she entered and waded into fetid waters. Her soldiers followed close, arms at the ready, a nervous sweat on their brows. Frescoes on the tomb walls depicted Angren swamps and the beasts that prowled them. 2 words were inscribed over the largest of the horrors: Werglia.
The bloody mistress.
Barnabas Beckenbauer whispered. Suddenly, a roar thundered from deeper inside the tomb. Meve turned from the frescoes to see monstrous eyes blazing in the dark.
$250 ancient fiend. Fight against the ancient fiend. Shorten battle. Let's see. It's a bit of a problem when you play with a lot of cards, you know.
to me!
You can't get draw out of it. That's a huge problem. It's fucked up when you have bad draw.
Waiting for a personal invitation.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
It's fucked up. Phantasm Beast. Turn unit that was banished and damage colossal beam by 3 times. Nice and easy.
You mad? Don't shake that!
It's so dark and wet. Why is it everywhere we go is dark and wet?
We'll catch 'em all!
Give me some good
think you really
trinkets.
like this one.
Oh god. Don't tell me you can go up! No! Shit! You can move a boss! No way! Give me a good trinket. Draw.
Feel any burning? See a local healer or wise one.
6 damage, roll damage. Boy, boy. What is this boss fight? He doesn't do anything. Goddess Freya! Shit sucks. This sucks. The fuck you passed? Draw.
Not supposed to be any smoke.
Doesn't want to draw. But I think it's a win. It's gotta be.
I think that's the last of them. But keep your weapons at the ready.
In her torch's feeble glow, the Queen examined the beast's corpse. She could not help but to shudder in disgust.
Perhaps it's better,
She thought.
that we faced it in the dark.
At the corridor's end, they found a closed door. Before any could draw near, it opened with a crash. Beyond lay a circular room. Light, Meve gripped the blade's hilt. A soothing warmth.
And Granny Blade.
Barnabas Beckenbauer, a gleam in his eye, asked to look at the unsheathed sword.
What is it? And where are you? Shuffle an ally into deck and play 2 cards from your deck. Then trigger all ally loyal abilities. We can draw with that. I can fucking draw with it. I mean, I can test it. I like the damage thing. I really do. I'll keep damage. Where are we? Yes. It's for resources. What's here? Morale. Guardian puzzle. Fuck them. Let's finish the game.
Your Grace, the charts say we near Tusley.
What's with the big tree here?
Sensing a limp in her mount's gait, Meve ordered the column to halt. There was a thorn in her mare's hoof, burrowing deeper with every step. The horse whinnied and pulled her leg away, but Meve knew how to calm her. She stroked the mare's cheek, whispered slow words in her ear. She then extracted the thorn without difficulty.
I'm sorry to interrupt,
said the druid from behind Meve's back.
Yet this is where our paths diverge. We've a modest gift to thank you for the road shared, and for your aid at the obelisk to the marsh gods.
Meve wished to respond, but the druids had turned toward the woods, their satchels slung over their shoulders. The queen waited till they were out of sight to open the bundle. Their gift was by no means modest.
1 minute pause, I'm fucking freezing. Be right back fast. Lost Ark. I'll play it when it's on English. I don't plan to play it on Korean language for sure.
The trees no longer. This land. Corruption. The trees no.
The trees no longer wishes to speak with you. I get it. You anger the trees. Point of interest. Some stupid keys, blah blah. Browners. Where are we supposed to go? Here. Let's go. Main quest. I want to finish the game today. That's our army with no guardians. Section end. You're approaching an important moment in your journey, which is to continue. Yes.
In Angren's swamps, one can easily lose one's way. To her soldiers' astonishment, Meve looked out to see a mighty stone tower outlined against the horizon. The soldiers stood.
Prove I was no fool to keep you at my side,
said Meve, turning to Gascon and Reynard.
A slaughter I must avoid. How will I do it?
Your Grace,
began Reynard.
Set our machines to sling boulders. At the west wall, it's weakest. 'Tis our best chance at a breach.
Our men will need cover,
added Gascon.
Reeds we must harvest and burn. Smoke will cloak us, conceal us from the castle's defenders.
Good,
agreed the Queen.
Now get to work.
Amidst billowing blue smoke, Lyrian footmen rushed through the breach wrought by Reynard's catapults. Though she had yet to forgive her companions, Meve had to admit they'd given her sound advice.
Ah, we get to kill Caldwell finally. Start the battle, it's shortened battle. Don't give a fuck, let's kill Caldwell. Last time I saw him was like 20 hours ago. On the first map. Seize a random bronze enemy unit. That sucks. We need draw. A lot of draw. God, I should have removed this. Fuck these Skelligers.
Caldwell, I've come for your head.
I knew you'd come. Your lofty pride presages another dramatic fall.
Hustle them, no other way.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
We won. Really, Oldwell. Really. For fucking real.
My pain serves a purpose.
And I got Reynard too. And I got more draw.
Left, right, left, right.
You mad? Don't shake that!
What's useful here? I think I don't need draw anymore. Yeah, fuck draw, we go with trinkets.
What? Oh, yes, yes, I'm on it.
Units, boost allies, boost. Can allow them to play. We'll break the gate too. Cut the parts.
As good as dead, that lot.
Her Majesty is... Exceptional.
What on earth? Let's form a catapult parts into a catapult. Fuck you,
Discipline shall
Reynard.
bring us victory. We must exploit the breach in their fortifications, Your Grace.
Destroy a palisade. Well, fuck.
This could hurt. I never miss.
Quick and painful this'll be. Their archers shouldn't be any more trouble.
I needed a bit more draw, but whatever. It should work like this too. That shit down.
Favorite cut of lamb? The shank.
Destroy the next unit blade for your bolts.
No God!
I can't kill anyone with Northern Wind down. Yeah. This is a win, it's gotta be. We got 5 cards. We can't go above 100. I would be surprised to see above 100.
God
Even like
save
that.
the Queen!
No, no fucking way.
To the last! Yeah!
March on, march on.
No one touch him! The Count is mine!
Yeah.
Many of Meve's victories have been immortalized in poetry and song, but not the fall of Tuzla. Lyrians fought Lyrians. Brothers killed brothers in rain and mud midst a cursed swamp. Certainly nothing to inspire a bard. Near the battle's end, Meve stormed the great stone tower to which Caldwell had fled. The Queen ascended the stairs, dealing blow after blow, blood cascading down in her wake. She reached the top floor to find the Count waiting, with no intention to defend himself.
If it's mercy you expect, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Mercy? I know you all too well for that, Meve. Ever vindictive and cruel.
All this from a paragon of knightly virtues. You stabbed me in the back, Caldwell, and used Willem to do so. My son!
Who agreed without a moment's hesitation? Forsaken by your own son, your flesh and blood. What's that say about you?
Oh, you tread on thin ice. Choose your next words carefully.
Spare me your threats. You'll kill me all the same.
Death can come in many ways, Count. Some quick, some slow.
My, how you strut and vaunt. Terribly sure of yourself. Perhaps too sure.
Your castle is mine. I've crushed your force. I dare say no, I'm not.
Precisely my point. Don't you see? The Empire's not one army, it's dozens, hundreds. It's what I strove to knock into that thick dome of yours. Alas, you're too much a dullard. Soon as I'd learned you'd crossed into Angren, I sent for reinforcements. They'll be here soon. 3 regiments, armed to the teeth.
Nilfgaardians seem ever to have the upper hand, yet I find the means to defeat them.
Not this time, Meve. Nilfgaard comes in numbers. 10 Imperial footmen to each and every one of yours. You'll not win, nor can you flee. Do you know why?
Enlighten me. I dare you.
But one bridge leads to Tuzla. As it happens, I ordered it raised as you laid siege. The swamps around the castle are too deep to cross. Try to rebuild the bridge, the Imperial troops will arrive before you can finish. Your men they'll slay as you watch, and then they'll wring your neck.
I wouldn't be so pleased were I you. You won't live to see this outcome.
I know that, but I take heart in the truth. Though the castle you've seized and will likely kill me, I've won. Outsmarted you, Meve. Twice now. And you know what? 'Twasn't even that hard.
With those words, with his arrogance and contempt, Caldwell had gone too far. The Queen gripped his shoulders, pushed. Caldwell stumbled backwards, then tripped out the window. A blood-chilling shriek filled the courtyard, then broke off abruptly.
Now fool me thrice. Try.
Meve slapped the dust from her hands. The traitor had met a deserving end at last. Yet this was no time to revel in the Count's demise. If Caldwell had spoken the truth, the Queen and her army were in grave danger. Meve's scouts quickly confirmed the traitor's claim. The bridge was indeed in flames, and Nilfgaardian regiments were advancing from the south. Now to confirm if there was truly no other route by which they could flee, the Queen ordered her men to ask the local peasants. One of their number, a stable hand who'd lived near Tuzla all his life, claimed a secret path led out the back of the stronghold.
Give me a second.
King Ragbard himself ordered it built. Had him drop great stones into its swamp, one after another, like beads on a string. Bitter water covers them, so you can't see nowt at start. Can make 'em out if you go proper slow, though.
What is it?
The stones, they lead to Isgith. And there, my lady, lurks an evil worse nor any black-clad army.
What? A beast of some sort?
Some say beast, others god. Gurnikora, they call her. And you'll yet see, my lady. Isgith shines red with your blood.
A silly tale to frighten children, Meve thought at first. Then paused. For something about the man's voice made his every word believable.
None too encouraging, yet preferable to certain death. Tell me, from Isgith, will we reach the banks of the Yaruga, near Red Lobendon perchance?
Aye, your majesty. You need but head north. And pray all along the way.
Soon, Meve stood where the stable hand had said she should, at the edge of a vast marsh. Carefully, She dipped a foot into the broth and probed for solid ground. Sure enough, she found stone. One cautious step, then another. Meve slowly strode off towards Isgith.
Reinforcements. New card. We could roam. Let's see what's the reinforcement. I'm in. Oh, just a second. The waypoints here. You can't fast travel backwards, and it's the same map. God damn it! Funny. Alright, whatever. What is this? Choose an ally and play all copies of it from your deck. It's a bloody trinket. It's an infinite draw. I guess we go like this. So these two remain. If you... No, only one remains to upgrade. If you decide to complete everything there is, then you get all the upgrades. This is 99%. 3000 gold. I need 3000 wood for everything. I was expecting to see Geralt. Main quest.
With the path to Isgith hidden from view, Meve proceeded like one blind, moving solely by touch. With each step, she could not know if she would find rock or plunge beneath the black water's surface. The Queen's soldiers followed single file, carefully mirroring her every move. The Lyrians, near the end of their strength, got lucky when a light breeze dispersed the fog to reveal dry land. The Queen let out a sigh of relief.
At last.
Meve kicked off her boots to empty them of water and mud, then promptly screamed.
Ah!
Her legs were in leeches, slimy, bloated leeches. Ignoring the pain and trickling blood, she frantically tore them from her legs, wishing to be rid of them. Having plucked the last parasite from her calf, Meve grabbed her boot to crush the bloodsucker beneath her heel. Yet it had already slithered off. She spotted it on the trunk of a birch where, like a very fast snail, it was climbing.
What the devils?
But Meve's words caught in her throat. Leeches and ticks in the dozens dangled from the tree's branches. Some were so gorged on blood that their skin was translucent and on the point of bursting. Meve had some difficulty muting the urge to retch. The Queen stepped back, finding it hard to believe what hung before her eyes, confused as to what it all meant.
Negative morale. All of that text for negative morale. Leave Isgith behind enemy lines. Drowners. Hey, I never fought this. Let's see what it is. Ah, it's a puzzle. Arachna. Why is it a puzzle? Alright, we can check it out. I wanna see it. Special rules, custom deck, shortened battle puzzle. Hello, Barbel. For what devs? Old school devs. Old school devs need to go to school. What do I need to eliminate all foes? Arachas. Gigantic. Queen. It's Sectoid, draw 3 cards on that wish. Damage all units on this row by 3 when a unit appears. This row damage by 3. Destroy it to the right. Salvo X power. Charges, charges, charges. Hey god, this puzzle is tough. That is definitely tough.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
Destroy the highest ally. Play 2 allies from your graveyard. No, that's bad.
Can't take it anymore.
You should have gained charges. No, whenever an ally is destroyed, charge. Move to the other row. Damage random enemy by 6. Highest ally, play 2 allies from the graveyard. God.
Oh, be ashamed to let this beauty go to waste.
Bloody mess.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Can't kill anyone now. And I can't target my own. And I got 2 charges. Fuck it.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Let's give it a shot once more. If I destroy a queen, I draw 3 cards. If I destroy these, I draw 2. Try for them, not for them.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
I only loot corpses, except sometimes they're quite fresh.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am. You can try to win them all, but you won't.
At least they don't come with armor.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Damage unit by 2 was destroyed. Repeat this ability. We deal 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5. We draw still. Bloody puzzle, it's annoying.
Hey?
Don't you worry yourself, your grace. We'll get her done in no time.
Shit. I just lost. Damaged 3 units by 3. If already damaged, destroy them instead. One. This puzzle was nice. Long puzzle. Underworld Ascended Bugs Highlights Part 2. No, I uninstalled. No. Fuck no. Plus it's unplayable. When you go like 3 hours plus than Unity Engine, it becomes disgusting. You can't play the game. It's like 10 frames only. No matter the settings. I would play with those bugs just for laugh, you know, but I can't play it. It's 10 frames. It's disgusting. Fuck them. What we got here? It's a hack puzzle. I got no need for that. Already fought with them. Know what they do. Now it becomes repetitive. Just finish the game.
The Lyrians marched in silence, too tired to keep in step with the drums. Suddenly, the wind rose to a howl, and there was a loud crash of thunder.
Blast!
Meve leapt from her saddle.
We camp here. Pitch the tents, quickly! Quickly!
As the soldiers rushed to unload the wagons, a wall of water came down, soaking them to the bone. Later, they sat in their leaky tents, huddled, chattering, violent coughs rocking their brains.
CRPG. I would reply with my video.
The storm raged the night through, then finally passed before dawn. Meve emerged from her tent to wring out her coat. Reynard approached, his gait heavy, his face grim.
Your Majesty.
Those 38 minutes, they say
11th
everything.
A dozen
No
or
need
so
for
sought to flee last night. Sentries stopped and bound them. Now they await your judgment.
Meve fastened her still wet coat. She knew well why the men had tried to desert. They longed for their kin, had lost sight of victory, perhaps even no longer believed. Yet the marching and fighting seemed destined to go on forever. The Queen sympathized. She, too, was spent, and many doubts plagued her. Yet she knew the deserters had to be punished. The question was, to what extent? Meve entered the tent where the prisoners stood. Some of the men looked away, ashamed at their deed. Others raised their gazes to meet hers, their eyes...
Demote the deserters, hold their pay, hang every third deserter. Demote them.
You all know the penalty for desertion.
Meve said to the soldiers bound at wrist and foot.
I ought to have every last one of you hanged. Yet, we've come far along a treacherous road. Endured hardships extreme. This I considered against your crime. You shall lose rank and receive no pay for 1 year. Now get out of my sight. Immediately!
The deserters mumbled their gratitude and rushed out of the tent, fearing the Queen might yet change her mind. Meve then left for her quarters.
I have a deserter still.
Gods, have we passed the very threshold into hell?
Close ranks. None is to step off the path without clear orders to do so.
I think it's unavoidable. Yeah, all of these areas here you need to fight, because this is the end now, very soon. So it forces you to fight them. It's whatever. I'll do it easily. What do you do? 5 turns, turn stars, 1 torrential rain. Fuck off. Torrential rain. They still win. The rest doesn't matter. Play Trinket. Choose an ally, file copies of it from your deck. Damage the enemy by the total number of enemy units. No. What the heck? Torrential rain here. Shit.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Waiting for a personal invitation?
Just shit.
I'll fight to my last breath.
Vampires. Let's. Oof. Let's play you. Kill
Got
it.
a death wish?
And... Ta! Whatever.
My pain serves a purpose.
Have problems with draw on the next turn. Choose an ally, play all copies of it from your deck. I won't have problems. It's fine. Shit, won't survive. Is anyone dead? No. I don't know, I'll use them, whatever.
May disgrace ends here! Time I wiped it away!
What else do I play? Should play something stupid, maybe like this. You need to pass. It's enough. You lost. Pass. Good. Now comes the fun part. Without draw. Choose an ally, play all copies from your deck. Let's see if we can use draw. What? Ah, I need to target a motherfucker, stupid card. I believe we can still win. Draw some useless shit until I get a draw. Who's useless? You're fine. Control them. Nice and easy. Can even deal damage with them. It's all fine. Drain a random enemy by 1. No, you don't.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Katakan. I should pass the play and I'll draw. Then we win the next round. It's completely fine. Okay, we got draw. Don't tell me you play first. Nice. Draw.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Medic. Number 1. Piece of shit. Another draw.
Left, right,
Medic.
left, right.
Kill. I don't want to play a medic right now. Apply fire.
Are you mad? Don't shake that!
Force them into this row. What? Right.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Ah.
Fear not! We shall achieve our goal!
Play all Skellige units from your graveyard. Yeah, play them. I guess that's it. Let's play a trinket.
Not supposed to be any smoke.
Nothing personal, I assure you.
Whatever.
Blood washes away all shame! We'll catch them all!
Hey, don't toss that, it's perfectly usable.
Looking to dance, mate?
Press the right one. Have I? How do you work? Come on, stop it. So you target the copies, and then you draw them.
Again and
I
again.
have one draw if I want this to work. Pass. User Metacritic score for Fallout 76, it's around 2 out of 8. I haven't played Fallout 76, I saw it for like 5 minutes when it was early access beta, whatever it was. Fallout is dead. You want next Fallout, you wait for Wasteland 3. Fallout is just dead. It started dying with Fallout 4. Where's the fucking exit? Is there any bloody way to skip battles, or you're forced to fight everything there is in this jungle? You are forced to fight everything there is. That's a fact. Multiplayer cash grab. Everything today is multiplayer cash grab. Very few games are actually good. And most of it is multiplayer cash grab.
Left, right, left, right.
Motherfucker.
Again and again and again.
Tomorrow I'll drink with our forefathers!
Woodland Spirit. Relict. Alright, die. There's impenetrable fog everywhere.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Waiting for a personal invitation!
What do you want of me?
Thing about slings,
You should pass.
they hide well.
I mean, just pass. It's 85-0. Pass. You don't want to pass. Interesting. I don't wanna play anything else, that's the problem.
Left, right.
Just bloody pass,
left,
what's wrong with
right.
you? Good. Fuck off. Finish them fast. Have combo here. Come on! Don't tell me to play first. Nice.
For them event!
For them event. That's them event.
Nice card. No.
Here we
They don't
fucking
get.
go. Let's see. Who we use here? You're good. Start. Sets.
Wait, you're serious?
How big are you? 4? Time to die.
What you looking at?
And I'll keep that one card. Got the shit. Light fire.
Watch your heads!
It ain't art.
Company! Forward march!
Draw. Play a trinket.
A dram of glue, a bit of soldering, a rivet or two, and it's good as new.
Play a trinket again.
Sorry, turnips back for an encore.
Transform a damage unit into a bear. 6 random enemies. Transform into a bear. It's damaged. Just delete it. I don't have damaged units. Ancient Foglet.
Catch!
Enemies are so weak. It's the hardest difficulty. It's bloody hilarious.
Come on, kill me!
Resident Evil only 1 and 2. Nothing else. I don't like the rest of the Resident Evils. Only 1 and 2. I mean, Resident Evil 1, it was the first horror survival game that I ever played. After Resident Evil, I loved the Suffering. Suffering was great. And Dead Space. But if I have to pick one, it's probably Dead Space 1 or 2. I just can't play Resident Evil anymore. After the second part, no. Just no.
While accustomed to life mid swamp monsters and black magic, Angren's denizens never dared enter Isgeth. The Lyrians only once saw signs of a human presence there, when they spotted a group of thatched-roof huts amongst alders.
That settlement.
It's not survival.
Is it inhabited?
It is survival
Meve asked,
when you're
turning
in
to her
space.
scouts.
Impossible to
land
say
on a
from
planet,
this distance.
It
Your
becomes
Grace.
a shooter.
The Lyrians entered the village, swords in hand, prepared to fight.
It's a
But
good
not
shooter.
a soul nor a beast came forth.
It's a very good action.
Some homes had collapsed from rot, while tall grass concealed the paths between them. Yet, someone had been there not long past, for fresh ghoul cadavers lay by the well. Meve knelt beside the corpse of one cut clear in half. The beast's killer had been exceptionally strong, and wielded a razor-sharp sword.
We get to meet Geralt.
More likely to come around.
No, we
Meve
get to meet
leapt
some
to her feet.
fucker.
A man in thick leather armor had emerged from one of the huts.
School of the Bear.
Transfixed by his cat
Eagle.
eyes, the queen
School of the
nonetheless
Cat.
sensed he was rather badly hurt.
Were that true, my scouts would have blown their horns.
The man pulled out a pendant shaped like a bear's head. It hummed and twitched as if striving to free itself of its
No,
chain.
I was right. It's School of the Bear.
Far as monsters go,
He said, lips curling into an unpleasant smile.
witchers aren't usually wrong.
A moment later, a scream pierced the air. Quickly, instinctively, Meve drew her sword and lunged forth.
Fuck is this? Second weight. Water. What am I dealing with? Elastic warp, insectoid, bus. It returns after it starts. One base copy, but I don't like it. Destroy 3 random allied units that play this unit from your graveyard. That wish. It refuses to die. That's what it is. Ivo of Belhaven, Witcher. Every turn on turn start, damage a random bronze enemy by half of Ivo's power. That unit was already damaged, destroyed it instead. Really? Well, I'll bloody damage them immediately then. Okay. It's perfectly fine. It all sucks. What? A fucking lot.
They approach! Seems you were right.
You don't tell me you're gonna play all of that.
Left, right,